So welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K24 Next Gen. In today's video, we have another episode of the Trading Every Player Rebuild series. It's been fantastic so far. I love it. Seems like you guys are loving it. Today we have the Indiana Pacers. The Pacers are having an absolutely fantastic season so far. Tyrese Halliburton is 23 years old, and he has emerged himself as not only one of the best young players in all of basketball, but one of the best point guards in general. And this dude is so good, so much fun to watch. This Pacers team obviously made it to the in-season tournament final. Did end up losing to the Lakers, but their future is very bright. They have really good depth. And not only depth, but quality depth. And unfortunately, we don't get to use any of that today. So I'm sure many of you know how these videos work. If you don't, I'll explain it to you real quick before year one kicks off. I trade away this entire roster. At no point in time any player who is currently on the Pacers come back to this team with the end goal being obviously winning a championship. I think with this video, we are officially over the halfway mark of doing every single team. So we're going to continue to rip through these and get through all of them. And it's been a very fun time so far. So hopefully you guys are enjoying as well. Of course, if you guys have any other video ideas, make sure to let me know down below in the comment section. So without further ado, man, the Indiana Pacers, such a fun team. We get none of it today. Let's get into it. Let's go ahead and just get right into it. I mean, clearly there's no point on spending a lot of time talking about all the talented players in this team. Let's just get right into it. So the thing that's going to kind of suck right now is Tyrese Halliburton. Not only do I not want to trade him, but he's still technically on the final year of what I believe is his rookie contract, meaning that his extension hasn't kicked in, so we're going to have fewer options, if you will. And he's only making just under $6 million, which is kind of crazy. So we do have 18 offers, which is nice. Looks like a lot of them include another player, so I'll just let it be at that. I'm not going to pick which other player I'll include. I'll just let the CPU do that for me. So, eyes are closed. We'll scroll through these 18 offers here, hopefully landing on a good one. We'll stop right about now. And that is Trae Young and Kobe Buffkin. And we're giving up Halliburton and Bruce Brown. I mean, again, not my favorite trade in the world, but it's one I can definitely live with. We're getting one really good young point guard for another, albeit I do think we're losing this trade, but if we look at some of these other offers, honestly, actually not really as bad as I thought they were. But there are definitely, Zion would have been super fun. There are a lot of offers, like this would have sucked, right? I mean, this just would have been oh my God, Booker was here. Oh man, Jesus Christ. It's, oh my God, I actually would have cried. So, you know, we're kind of split the difference. We got a good offer. It's not like that top tier, but I'm definitely going to be able to live with it. It gives us a building block in Trae Young, and I'm excited. So, Miles Turner, is he the longest tenured Pacer? I feel like he probably is. I feel like he's always had his name come up in trade rumors for so long, and they've just never pulled the trigger, and ends up being the right decision. He's been really good. Okay, scroll until we stop right now, and that gives us, oh my God. Yeah, not my favorite trade in the world. Thank you very much, Toronto. Got to live with it, though. We're going to do Ben Mathurin next. We're going to combine him in a trade with Buddy Hield, who's 30 years old, hopefully going ahead and getting some more offers now that we have a real contract in there. And stop right now. We'll go one to the left this time. Giving us Chris Middleton and Marjon Beauchamp, or it would have been Lonzo Ball and Alex Caruso. Neither of these trades are super exciting. I mean, I guess we're probably getting a better player there with Middleton than we were in the other one with Lonzo and Caruso, but I can live with it. Aaron Nesmith will be next. God, I didn't realize how many of these contracts are just such, like, they're so cheap. And that's probably why the Pacers not only have good depth, but they have quality depth as well. And there's definitely a difference in those two things. So scrolling through here, 3, 2, and a 1. And that gives us Grayson Allen and Chimezie Metu. I fucking hate Grayson Allen. I think he's a scumbag, a world-class scumbag at that. So not my favorite player in the world. TJ McConnell is so fun to watch. He's just one of those dudes that's just like, why the hell do you have to be guarding my favorite player right now, you know? So goddamn annoying. And that's probably just my Celtics and kicking in. But, yeah, all right, scroll through here. We have two players in. Stop. Matisse Thybulle and Jabari Walker for TJ McConnell and Isaiah Jackson. Again, it is what it is. Not my favorite, but you live with it. Okay, so Jalen Smith will be in this next one. We'll include him with Nembhard in here. So many young players on this team, dude. It's insane. And stop. We're going to go one to the right. Zaire Williams, Jake LaRavia, or would have been Josh Primo and Tice. I guess I can live with this deal. So now we're just kind of getting through the, I don't want to say lower end of the roster, maybe the lower echelon, if you will. I mean, clearly we're going ahead, moving through a lot of these. So Jordan Nora, we'll do him, and I'll do Jarris Walker in here as well. I saw two Jay Walkers. I'm like, hold on a damn minute. All right, I know Jarris Walker hasn't played a lot this season for Indiana. I think he was a top 10 pick, correct? Unless I'm just making that up. Stop. Jaden McDaniels and Nas Reed. Wow, that's a fun trade. Jarvis Walker was a top 10 pick. Yeah, he was number 8. Okay, so I didn't include Grayson Allen in this. The CPU did. I'm still going to take the deal. Nas Reed is such a fun player to have. Jaden McDaniels, tremendous defensive option for us, and he's on a long-term contract, which is very nice. So I can definitely live with that. I'm very happy about that trade. We have a lot of forwards in here. All right, scrolling through these next, I think we're just kind of getting to the end right now, right? Ben Shepard, and is he the last player here? I didn't miss anybody, did I? I don't think I did. I'm pretty sure everybody else here is not on the Pacers right now. I might have missed somebody. Maybe I'll double check. But as far as I know, this is our last deal. And it's going to come with the Sacramento Kings. We're swapping some draft picks and some players that are probably never going to play. Okay, I just want to confirm because I very well could be missing something here. But do I have everybody here that I didn't originally, right? That's what I'm trying to make out. I don't think there's anybody there. Power forward. Because this is Jabari Walker, not Jarvis Walker. Yeah, I think we're good. I think. This is going to be a very interesting first season for us here in Indiana. I went ahead and moved some positions around, kind of getting guys in positions that I really needed them to. Clearly, I'm sure many of you know that after I trade away the entire original roster, before year 1 kicks off, I'm not allowed to make any other trade. Just kind of makes this a little bit more of a challenge for me, if you will. So positions were moved around. Here's how it's going to look. Trae Young clearly going to be our starting point guard. Gary Trent Jr. going to be our starter. At the shooting guard spot, you have Middleton here at the 3. I moved McDaniels from the 3 to the 4. Maybe we lose a little bit of size, but I still think he's such a versatile player. I really think he's up for the challenge. I do. So he goes down 2 overalls, not the end of the world. Then Nas Reed going to be our starting center. Again, really no surprise there. The bench unit, Matisse Thybulle going to be our 6-man. Not exactly the most ideal 6-man option in the world, but we're working with what we have right now. But he's going to have that responsibility, 20 minutes in and off the bench. Jabari Walker going to be my backup power forward. Chmezi Metu got moved from the 4 to the 5. He will be the backup for Nas Reed. Marjon Beauchamp was moved from the 3 to the 2. He will be the backup at the 2. And then Kobe Buffkin is going to be my backup point guard. And then I did go ahead and send a couple players down to the G League. I will show you guys that real quick to see if we can have a little bit of development there. So Grady Dick went down to the G League. And I sent Zaire Williams down there as well. Maybe that wasn't necessary, but there wasn't really a spot for him here on this roster. And he's on a multi-year contract, so it's not like he's just going to leave in free agency. So we're in an interesting spot right now because although I think we are good and we are a fun team, I don't think we're nearly as good as the Pacers actually were. So I have no idea what this season's going to be like. I think we could be anywhere from like 5 seed maybe to completely missing the playoffs. So time will tell, but it's going to be interesting to say the least. I'll see you guys at the end of year 1. So I gave a wide array of options when I said we could be anywhere from a 5 seed to completely missing the play-in, and to put it nicely, it was the latter. We went 27 and whatever the hell, 55, whatever the fuck it is. And yeah, it wasn't a fun year. It was not a fun year. It just means we're going to have a better draft pick, and hopefully we can build something for the future because this was not it. Luka Doncic averages a 39-point double-double, not quite a triple-double, still insane. Victor Wembanyama, your rookie of the year. Chris Paul somehow ended up in Dallas, backing up Luka Doncic and win 6th man of the year. Giannis is your depoy. Nas Reed, this is what I'm talking about. If we're going to take away some positives about this season, this right here, this beautiful man, winning most improved. He'd love to see it, you truly do. John Morant, clutch player of the year. I'm so pissed that he's actually out for the season, dude. God, it's so annoying. The Grizzlies actually cannot catch a break. It's insane. And Mike Malone does win Coach of the Year for the Denver Nuggets. So the defending champs take the 1 seed in the West. Here's a look at the full standings here in the East. We are the 14 seed at 27 and 55. So we'll be projected a top 3 pick. Hopefully it turns into something special because Lord knows we need it right now. Trae Young played incredibly well for us. Chris Middleton, Nas Reed, Gary Trent Jr., McDaniels. I really just don't think there's enough scorers on this team. So that's definitely something I'm going to be focusing on when the time does come. But yeah, not a fun first season for us here in Indiana. Definitely something we can build upon. So let's sim through the playoffs right now. It is going to be a Clippers and a Celtics finals. Celtics sweep the Clippers, and Jaylen Brown is your finals MVP. Not bad for a guy with no left hand. All right, player retirements. LeBron calls it a career. Chris Paul calls it a career. Derrick Rose, a lot of legends, man. Damn, sad to see. The day's going to come eventually. Talk about legends. Greg Popovich also retiring. LeBron, Chris Paul into the Hall of Fame. Jersey retirements. Draft lottery. This is a very important moment for us. It really is. We are projected, well, it's technically we're projected 1. Bottom 3 teams all have the same chance. You understand what I'm saying. And then that Oklahoma City pick, I have no idea if there's a swap or whatever on it. There probably is because it's the Thunder. They feel like they always get the best out of everybody. So let's see what happens. What pick are we going to have? We fall all the way to 7. Oh, my God. Okay, listen, 2K. If you're going to fuck me, at least take me out to dinner first, right? I mean, there's just no way you're doing this to me on a Monday morning. I can't live with that. So we do have that pick, and then I have no idea if we have another pick or not. I don't think we do. I think Rick Carlisle is genuinely a good coach. Has some pretty good ratings here. I'll give him one more year. I mean, that season wasn't fun, but clearly he was dealing with a lot. So 7th overall pick is not my favorite in the world, but is definitely still a super valuable asset. Now, whether or not I want to move up, stay at that spot, completely trade away the pick, that's all still TBD. I have no idea. So hang with me. I've decided I want to draft somebody. Who that somebody is, I have absolutely no idea, but I want to move up and have a few more options at number 4 versus at number 7. So, number 7, number 4, from Chicago. Let's make a deal. Come on. You have something that we can make a deal upon. That's another first-round pick from the Clippers. I have no idea how that's here. And then can we just include a few second-round picks, shake hands, and call it a day, because I really don't want to give up another first. I'm really not in the mood to do that right now. God fucking damn it. Oh, baby. Shit. Okay, I'm not giving up a first to move up 3 spots, or at least another first, because I'm already giving up one. So that is number 4. I know the Spurs had 5. I forget who had, or excuse me, the Spurs have 6. I forget who had 5. I will find it. Sorry. Oh, man. It is the Wizards. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so number 5 overall is not as good as number 4, but it's definitely still an improvement. So number 1 is Ron Holland. He goes to the Pistons. I mean, I don't think Jesus Christ himself could save the Pistons right now, but nonetheless, good draft pick. Alexander Sarr goes number 2 to Houston. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with him and Şengün. Maybe Şengün's on the market now. I'm just saying. Just spitballing. All right, number 3 here is going to be Isaiah Collier. I was never going to draft a point guard anyways. Number 4 here is going to be Cody Williams for the Chicago Bulls, meaning we are officially on the clock and we have some options. So if I'm thinking positionally, like what does this team really need? I think there's 2 maybe long-term options that we could go with. I think the shooting guard spot's 1. No disrespect to Gary Trent Jr. He's not a starter for me on a championship caliber team. And then I wouldn't mind figuring out something with the forward situation we have going on right now. I don't mind Chris Middleton. I'm just going to tell you right now, I don't think he's going to be here next year. I'm not going to keep players who I know damn well are going to regress. It makes absolutely no sense. You all know how this works. And then I wouldn't also mind moving McDaniels back from the 4 to the 3. So that's something we could also go with. Looking at the options I have available to me right now, I think Jacoby Walter and Matas Buzelis both make sense for me. I know I've seen Nikola Topic win Rookie of the Year before multiple times, but point guard, unfortunately, is just really not a need for me right now. I mean, that's the best player on our team in Trae Young. So I think we definitely have some different avenues we can explore. For me, it's pretty much between Buzelis and Jacoby Walter. I think Buzelis, just because the guy's 6'10", he makes a little bit more sense for me, I think. And I've seen him play well before in these situations. I don't know this draft class super well. I'm not going to lie to you guys and tell you that I do. So I'm just going to go with the guy that really hasn't failed me before. So Matas Buzelis, I'll change his name. It's not Matt. And we'll just draft him and figure out what the hell we're going to do. So Matas Buzelis is going to be a 76 overall for me. Team player options. Beauchamp Laravia will both come back. Maybe one, if not both, could be a good trade piece for me. I don't trade away two-way players, but I'm not going to qualify them and bring them back. So we enter a free agency that is not very good. I think we all know that damn well. I'm going to move around, but change Matas Buzelis' name, and then I'll see you guys with the trade. The trade I'm about to make is not exactly my favorite trade in the world. Desmond Bane is a guy that I do get, I don't want to say very frequently, but I get him from time to time. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, he's not my first option. I tried to hit a home run, reach for the stars. I tried to trade for Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell, Anthony Edwards, and Kyrie Irving. I gave up a shit ton, and it just wasn't happening. So I have no idea why. It is what it is. And unfortunately, it's just one of those days where I'm going to probably have to not get the guys I want. So Desmond Bane is going to be it. Him for Chris Middleton. They want Colby Jones for Vince Williams Jr. I mean, again, it doesn't fucking matter. So welcome to the team. I do like the long-term idea of Desmond Bane more than I do Chris Middleton. It's nothing against Chris Middleton. Ultimately, I'm going to pick the guy who's 6 years younger on a long-term contract and maybe just in general a better basketball player. So welcome to the team. I move McDaniels back from the 4 to the 3. He'll likely be starting. I'm going to start Buzelis next year. And then honestly, I'll probably run it back with Naz Reid. I mean, the guy just won most improved. So now what we have to decide is what we want to do with the rest of this team, because I still think there are some options for what we want to do with maybe the bench. I think picking up another scorer to come off, maybe be the 6th man, wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. And so there's a couple different avenues we can explore with that, but we have a lot of depth right now and a lot of players who are very, very valuable. So there's definitely something we can do there. You can call me a hypocrite. I literally know I just said I was going to go ahead and start Naz Reid again next year, but Bam Adebayo is not a guy I trade for a lot, and I'm wanting a star today, or at least another star. Not that I don't consider Desmond Bane very good. Maybe he's not that star, like superstar level yet, but Bam Adebayo, he's there. He's one of the best centers in all of basketball, and I'd like to add him to this team. So I know at first glance, I don't want to say maybe this is an overpay, but in terms of maybe value according to 2K, Maybe he does a little bit, but honestly, all of these guys have to be in here to make the money work. And also, if we look at this, I'm not, like, what are these guys doing for me, right? Maybe they progress a few overalls, but not all of them are going to crack the rotation. You guys know my philosophy. I'm always willing to trade away bench pieces for starters. Let's make a deal, Miami. I knew they were going to take it. So, yeah, it just means Naz Reid will come off the bench. He'll be a very effective 6th, 7th, whatever he's going to be for us. Option off the bench, and I'm excited about it. So I'm going to start Buzelis. Jabari Walker will be the backup 4. Jaden McDaniels is going to start at the 3. I don't know if Vince Williams Jr. is going to be my starter. Beauchamp and Bane is good, and then I do want to kind of find a solidified backup point guard option. Not that Kobe Buffkin wasn't good enough, but Kobe Buffkin wasn't good enough. So let's see what we have there for options. And then Vince Williams Jr., I think there's another avenue I want to explore. The biggest thing about the trade for Bam Adebayo is that we really didn't give up much in terms of value. Like, there wasn't a lot of draft picks. Actually, there wasn't any draft picks going back and forth. So maybe picking up a pick here, like Vince Williams Jr., actually had a good year last year. Maybe I hang on to him. All right, who are my point guard options? Like Spencer Dinwiddie, Monte Morris. KPJ is not really a good human being, but he could be an option. Let's go with Morris. Morris is a little bit younger. I think he's maybe be a little bit of a better long-term option. Then Gary Trent Jr. actually is still here. I have no idea if the game's going to let me bring him back, but actually maybe wouldn't even mind that if it is an option. So I'll just check. I'm going to wait to do that until I actually sign Morris, because I do think he's a little bit more important. And then is the game going to let me bring back Gary? Oh, it is. Okay, so, I don't necessarily, he's only 25, right? I'm not just going to give the guy up for nothing if the game's going to let me re-sign him, which means we now have an interesting decision what we want to do here, because Desmond Bane clearly going to start at the 2. I'm going to probably play Gary Trent Jr., and then I think Beauchamp could be moved back to the 3 where he originally started. I know Vince Williams Jr. had a really good season last year, but ultimately if I can get a draft pick and then still have a really good 10-man rotation, I'm going to do it. So we'll move Vince Williams Jr. Again, I know 9.5 points off the bench is definitely not nothing, but ultimately if I'm getting some good compensation return, I think it's very well worth it, considering the rotation that we do have. So Brooklyn wants to give me a draft pick. Houston, that's a swap with the Nets. Why the hell not? I'll do it. Okay, which means we'll just move Beauchamp back from the 2 to the 3. I think we've had a pretty good offseason. Again, maybe didn't hit one of the absolute grand slams we were looking for with one of the young superstar shooting guards, but we got there and we got close enough, and I think we've done a really good job of kind of reigniting some life into this team, if you will. So I am excited. I will see you guys at the start of year number 2. After a really disappointing first season, we are back for year 2 in Indiana. We had a really successful offseason, in my opinion. Again, I'm not going to harp on it too much, but maybe didn't have the best trades, best free agency in the world. I can live with it, though. I think we're in a really good spot. So here's how this rotation is going to look. Trae Young, Desmond Bane going to be our backcourt. Maybe a guy like Desmond Bane provides a little bit more defense next to Trae Young, who could be a little bit of a liability from time to time. Clearly a really good defensive player here in Jaden McDaniels. Mataz Buzelis is going to be starting at the 4. The game doesn't necessarily want him to start, but you know what? I do, and I have final say, so suck on that. Bam Adebayo, a huge new addition here as our starting center. Not to say there's anything wrong with Naz Reid, but Bam Adebayo clearly, a couple levels ahead of him. Monte Morris is going to be our 6th man. Him and Naz Reid, are both playing 20 minutes a night, so whoever you want to call 6th man, doesn't matter. Gary Trent Jr. is going to follow them. We have Marjan Beauchamp here, and then Jabari Walker. So I am very excited about what the premise of this season could be. I'm not saying we're going to be a top echelon team here in a really good Eastern Conference, but I think we can probably get there with just a little bit of work. So I'm very excited. Something I didn't do this offseason, which I probably should have, is traded away our first-round pick this year. I think it was like 2.5, maybe even 3 stars last offseason. Now it's probably come back to earth a little bit. But, I guess you can say maybe it's an insurance policy in case we somehow end up sucking. Yeah. So, like most insurance policies, it's probably useless. But we're here for this year, and it is going to be a fun one. Hopefully. I'll see you guys at the end of year 2. It is a triple-double for back-to-back MVP winner Luka Doncic. He is just absolutely insane. I'd love to have somebody like him on this team. He's very fucking good. We won 48 games, so that's definitely an improvement from last season. That is clear. 50-plus wins would have been nice, but I can work with 48. Mataz Buzelis does win Rookie of the Year. That's awesome. 15 points, 8 rebounds, nearly 5 assists a game. Get those numbers up in terms of percentages a little bit. It would be nice, but I can live with that as a rookie. Cam Thomas, 6th man of the year, averaged 26 off the bench as a 6th man. Maybe get him into the starting lineup. That's just my 2 cents. Victor Wembanyama is your depoy. Keontae George most improved. Good to see numbers like that. I like it. Steph Curry is your clutch player of the year, and Quinn Snyder coach of the year of the 56-win Atlanta Hawks. So let's dive into it. We fall as the 4 seed. Means we're going to have a dance with New York in round 1. I can live with it. I can definitely live with it. It feels good to be in the playoffs. I'm very, very happy about it. it is going to be a fun, hopeful, long playoff ride. So Trae Young, his scoring go down a little bit as expected. We added 2 guys in Desmond Bane and Bam Adebayo who can definitely both score the basketball. Never mind the fact that we added Massa Buzelis, who was just the rookie of the year. So got the scores we were looking for. Hopefully the surrounding pieces are very, very good. I'm excited for what's hopefully going to be a little bit of a long and successful playoff run. So us in New York here in round 1. Jalen Brunson, Dante DiVincenzo, OG Anunoby, Julius Randle, Precious Achiuwa as their starting center. Looks like they moved Mitchell Robinson in a package for CJ McCollum. Yeah, that doesn't make the most sense to me, but it is a trade. All right, we are 1-1 right now. We go down 2-1, tie it up 2-2, up 3-2, and we're moving on. We are moving on here to the Eastern Conference semifinals to take on an old friend here in Tyrese Halliburton. So, you got Halliburton and Trae Young going against their old teams. Why Nikola Vucevic is here, I have absolutely no idea. But let's dance. Let's get it done. Hopefully we can beat them. Okay, we go down 2-0 quick. Make it that 3-0. We get swept. Okay, so the playoff run was not long and successful. Wasn't either one. And yeah, Tyrese Halliburton. That hurts. It's a punch in the face. Wow, was that a 3-1 lead that was blown? 35-point triple-double in the finals. Holy shit. All right, man. We have some decisions to make with this team and whether or not we want to make an upgrade somewhere, which, it's a tricky conversation, right? Because, we look at this starting 5. There's really not a weak link. I think everybody has a role cut out for them, and I don't really know what I'm going to do with this team. Honestly, I don't. I still think Rick Carlisle is good enough. Maybe you can say we underachieved a little bit. I don't really know. I mean, Stauffer's here, but I get him so often. Mazzulla's here. I like him a lot, but I don't know. What? Okay. He's listed as a shot doctor, so I'm going to just fire this. Yeah, I'm going to fire Mike Weiner and go get LeBron James. What the fuck? Why is this? Seriously? Oh my God. Well, we got a guy who ended up being pretty good at basketball, I would say, and LeBron James is now here. So, yeah, I have no idea what... I've never seen that before, but I'm very happy to have LeBron. Welcome to Indiana. I don't fucking know. Okay, man, so we have the 16th overall pick. We have number 22 as well. I think I have a couple different ideas of what I want to do with this. This is a trade that might not be necessary, but it's also a trade I think can put us over the hump. Look, I love Jaden McDaniels. I think he's a tremendous on-ball defensive player. He's a very versatile wing, but Mikal Bridges is just in a little bit of another tier than he is. So with Bridges, you get the defense and you get the scoring as well, which I think could impact this team. Weirdly enough, I think our starting 5 is a championship caliber starting 5, but ultimately, you guys know 2K. You got to get the guys who are the higher overalls that can score the basketball for some unknown fucking reason. So let's make a deal. They want Desmond Bane for Markelle Fultz. Yeah, and I'd like to trade in my fucking Kia for a Lamborghini. That's just not going to happen. So let's go ahead and see what else we can throw in the deal. Maybe sweeten the pot a little bit. All right, there's not a lot of players in here I'd want to trade. I like our bench a lot. So maybe if we can just give up these 2 first-round picks, okay, that's it. Nobody I was drafting there was going to be effective anyway. So Naz Reid declines, got to get him back. Beauchamp will be coming back. Qualifying Jabari Walker, another piece I would definitely like to retain. And other than that, I don't think we have any major free agents. So let's just go ahead and pay Naz Reid because he's very important to the success of this team. And then Jabari Walker as well, 22 years of age. I think that's pretty much it. I really do. So, maybe there's one more bench trade I can make to improve this group, but honestly, I'm comfortable. I really am. I don't think really any... Oh, I got to move Bridges' position. Well, actually, who's a higher overall, Bane or Bridges? I mean, 6'5" versus 6'6" isn't really a crazy difference. It goes up 2 as well. I'll just move Bridges. It's not the end of the world. Okay, so, I think we've made some trades that are really going to benefit us. I think this team is really fucking good. Sure, maybe there's an upgrade out there for Buzelis, but the dude just won Rookie of the Year, and he played really well, except for maybe the shooting split. So I'm going to live with it. I'm going to risk it. I like this team a lot. I'll see you guys at the start of year 3. All right, so it's the final season for us here in Indiana, and we are definitely taking a bit of a risk. Having a 79 overall in your starting lineup is risky. I don't care how good he was in your rookie season. 2K loves the high overalls. You all know that, but I am excited about what this team could be. So I'm thinking we're in a good spot. Hopefully it goes on to prove it. Trae Young, Desmond Bane, new addition here in Mikal Bridges, Massa Buzelis, Bam Adebayo rounds out our starting 5. The bench is really good. Much like the Indiana Pacers in real life, not only do we have depth, we have quality depth. There's definitely a difference. Gary Trent Jr. has developed up to an 80 overall, takes over that 6-man responsibility, can score the basketball. I'm excited to have him there. Naz Reid is behind him. You got Monte Morris, Marjon Beauchamp, and Jabari Walker. So, we are shooting for the stars. It is championship or bust. And unfortunately, much like the Philadelphia 76ers, we have not been out of the second round yet. So, a lot of work to do, but I am very confident in this team. I'm very confident a championship is coming. I'll see you guys at the end of year 3. 63-19 is how we wrap up the final regular season. It's by far our best record yet, and hopefully we're going to have by far our biggest playoff success yet. SGA is your MVP. Insane season. It's an insane year. Don't get me wrong. It just looks so funny to see like Luka's numbers and then somebody, I don't know. It's just a very good season. I don't want to shit on the guy. It's a good year. Cooper Flag's the Rookie of the Year. CJ McCollum, 6th Man of the Year in New York. It was still an interesting story, but the dude's playing hoops well. Got to give him credit. Victor Wembanyama is your DPOY once again. Alexander Sarr, Most Improved. Victor Wembanyama, Clutch Player of the Year. Rick Carlisle does get a Coach of the Year here for us. So, I'm assuming we're the 1 seed. Let me just go and confirm that. We are. We were 13 games up on the Atlanta Hawks, who were in the finals last year. And, I mean, the time has come, right? I mean, there's really no other move I could make. Best record in the league. We just got to go out and prove that we have the quality personnel to go out and win a championship. So who do we have in round 1? Toronto. Shake Milton, RJ Barrett, Scotty Barnes, Siakam, our old friend Miles Turner. Got Chris Middleton there. Jakob Poeltl. I mean, this is not my favorite 8 seed in the world to play, but, you know, there's really not that, like, superstar talent there, in my opinion. We sweep. Moving on to the Pistons here in the Eastern Conference semis. Marcus Sasser, Jaden Ivey, Zard Thompson, Isaiah Stewart, Alperen Şengün. I guess my gut reaction was correct. Şengün was on the trade market after Houston drafted Alexander Sarr. Maybe I should have made a play for him. Nonetheless, we are here. We're ready to battle. We're up 2-0. We do win Game 3. We win Game 4. And we're on to the Eastern Conference Finals. We're taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Okoro Mobley, Jared Allen. Our old friend Zaire Williams, who I believe we had for a little while. Right? We had him for a minute, didn't we? I don't care. Let's win this goddamn series. We're up 2-0. We go up 3-0. I'll take it. You know, I feel like I never sweep the Cavs. They're such a pain. Oh, my God. Really? Really? You're going to go play for the team that punked you in the finals? All right. Matas Buzelis, Eastern Conference Finals MVP. I guess I'm glad I didn't trade the man. Okay, so Steph Curry and Jason Tatum are on the same team. This fine human being is here as well. So, yeah, I mean, it's a 1-2 punch that I'm not looking forward to. I don't care if Steph Curry's, 37 years old, 38 years old. I don't care. This is not going to be an easy series. We are up 2-0, though. They do win Game 3. We win Game 4, so we're heading back to Indiana here with a 3-1 lead and an opportunity to close this thing out on our home floor. Can we get it done? We're heading into the middle of the third quarter, and we are just running them off the fucking floor. I'll see you guys in there. We'll get a little gameplay right now. I know this video has been long enough, so I'm not going to dwell on it. We're not going to spend a ton of time doing anything here, but a couple shots never hurt anybody. So we're just blowing by Josh Giddey. That is almost an and one, I would say. And yeah, I mean, we have a 39-point lead right now. So I mean, getting a 39-point lead on you in the finals is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Trae Young versus Steph Curry, 2 tremendous shooters. I always laugh at the people that say Trae Young and Steph Curry are like, or Trae's like a baby Curry. They don't play similar basketball. Just because they can both shoot from half court doesn't mean they're the same player. I always love those takes. All right, Bam Adebayo. Let's go. Okay. I'm done with the the screens. It's insane. Okay, I think we have Steph Curry. That was a weird shot. I mean, there's really not much to talk about right now. You know, typically in these situations, I talk about the actual team, and I guess I can do that a little bit, even though, you know, technically this isn't the Pacers team, but I guess we can chat about them a little bit. So, the Pacers for me are one of those teams, that's not what I was trying to do, are one of those teams that's going to be like a huge pain in the ass for somebody to play in the playoffs this year, right? You know, I don't think they're in the true upper echelon of Eastern Conference contenders. And yes, I know, what are they, 4-1 against the Bucks this season? I know, I understand that. I think they're 2-2 against the Celtics. Should be 1-3 after that bullshit final call against Jaylen Brown. But I move. And yeah, I mean, the Pacers, they're not quite there yet. I think they might be like one really big piece away. Now, if they go out and get Pascal Siakam, does that put them into that top tier? Maybe it does. But you have to wonder and you have to question, you know, what is a Pascal Siakam going to cost you? You also have to keep in mind, he is potentially a one-year rental. He can leave this offseason. He's a free agent this offseason. So I think you have to be careful because Indiana is building something really, really special. And I do think Pascal Siakam definitely helps your case of, you know, being a serious threat in the Eastern Conference. But you have what I called throughout the entirety of this video, you have not only depth, but quality depth. And that is something that a lot of these teams don't have. And I know when you get to like the second, third round of the playoffs, that depth starts to not matter as much, mostly because you're on a 7, 8, 9-man rotation. It's not nearly as important. But, you know, for me, if you want to go ahead and move some pieces, go get Pascal Siakam. I'm assuming Jabari Walker has to be, or Jarris Walker, has to be in that deal. I'm assuming you have to match the money, so maybe a guy like Buddy Hield's in there, who important shooter, but his name's been thrown around in trades before. So, you know, it's all about weighing the cost, the benefit, and the opportunity. Do you think this team can win a championship this season? And if you do, go make the move. If you don't, I would probably stay away from Siakam. I know he's a fun name to have. I know he's a guy who's won a championship before, but ultimately for a guy who could just leave in free agency, I don't really think it's worth it, especially considering what you're building. So I think a team actually like the Warriors makes a little bit of sense for Pascal Siakam. I know there's going to be a lot of teams calling, and ultimately you got to find the one that makes the most sense. So that is it about my Siakam rant. We're going to do one more possession here. Steph Curry is okay. I almost just called him a pumpkin on defense, and then he blocked me. Let's just go back out here to Trae Young. Send him home, Trae. Thank you very much. We beat the Golden State Warriors in 5, and Trae Young is your finals MVP. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was a little nervous that a championship wasn't going to happen today. You know, we made some tough decisions, some tough calls about what we wanted to do with the depth and the personnel on this roster, and looks like we made the right ones all around because this resulted in a Year 3 championship. So, you know, I enjoyed this rebuild a lot. I love the Trading Every Player rebuild series. I think you guys enjoy it as well, and that's all I can really ask for. So, of course, you guys have any other video ideas, make sure to let me know down below in the comment section. We will get through all these teams. We will continue with the historic rebuilds, all that fun stuff. So, that is it for me. As always, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.